The UN's outgoing human rights envoy for Myanmar says the country's leader, Aung San Suu Kyi, has failed to live up to her reputation as a humanitarian. Her time in the role has been especially dominated by Myanmar's crackdown in Rakhine State. In 2017, 750,000 people, mostly Rohingya Muslims, fled across the border into Bangladesh. Earlier, we spoke to Yanghee Lee, who said that Suu Kyi's inaction was utterly disappointing.
From the reports I get, it's really difficult to say that they're not deliberately targeting, because they know where the houses are, they know where the villages are, they know where schools are. One monastery was also hit, and shellings and bombings continue. And it's really hard to believe that they're not targeting civilians.
Human rights groups like Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, several of them, they've said that Myanmar authorities practiced ethnic cleansing against the Rohingya Muslims. Do you agree with that?
Yes, and I did say that in my previous reports and statements, that this is a hallmark of just genocide, and it is attributable and allegedly looks like ethnic cleansing.
What is your personal conclusion on the question of genocide?
Well, I can't come out with a conclusion before the court that is mandated to deal with genocide. It comes out with a decision. And I say, again, I repeat, the hallmarks of genocide.
Are you disappointed with Aung San Suu Kyi?
Utterly, utterly disappointed. We all knew that she was put on a pedestal or portrayed as the icon of democracy and human rights. But ever since the NLD has taken office, and ever since she took the office of the state councillor, all of her actions and her words, statements point otherwise. And recently, with the pandemic of COVID-19, how she is supporting and giving more power to the Tatmadaw in containing the widespread and also in the quarantine aspect of managing COVID-19. That really scares me, and how she had portrayed the Tatmadaw in The Hague during the ICJ is also very alarming, and is very indicative of how she has changed her stance. Or maybe, I still would like to believe that she can change how she's been doing now, but perhaps the world didn't really know who she was.
Do you think she should be then stripped of her Nobel Peace Prize?
Well, you know, Nobel Peace Prize, the committee came out and said they can't strip her of any peace prize. So that's for the Nobel Peace Committee to decide. But definitely, she is not the human rights icon. She is not the democracy icon. And peace, the Panglong Conference, the peace negotiations within Myanmar has faltered. There is no peace going on. There's not even a ceasefire in the other ethnic areas where there is heavy fighting. I don't have any regrets as far as what I was able to do or what I was not able to do. It was unfortunate that the government denied access after 2017 in December, because I think it would have been to their benefit, to their best interest, to have me come in and see.
Why do you think they wouldn't let you back in after August 2017? Do you think they were trying to hide the situation from you?
Yes, of course. I was getting too close to the situation in Rakhine and elsewhere. I was getting too close into Kachin areas, into Shan areas, what's happening in the Pakant mining areas, what's going on in Chokpyu, in the special economic zone in Rakhine. And so I was getting too close, and it was very close to when the Reuters journalists had been reporting about the situation of the massacre of the Indin and Tulatoli.
This is
So
very
I was
important. I mean, do you think if you were able to go there, you may have come across evidence that would be very important right now in the trial that's going on with the ICJ?
I would think so, and it could be evidence that may not please the Western community or for us in human rights field too, but definitely I would have had a direct access.